Hi guys, Dorota Nail, international nail artist and educator here, and today we are gonna be playing with some chrome nail art. Have I Upvoted in here? I love those chromey nails, they always look fantastic, and I hope you're thinking the same, so let's start. Nice and pretty, very summery. I like those kind of different texture going on in here, and I show you how to recreate this look. So first of all, you are gonna need some white and blue gel polish, some blooming gel, chrome, D-liner brush, and some crystals, also top coat as well to create this look. I have done the pinky in white, ring finger in blue, so this is a middle finger. And middle finger is going to be white as well. You don't have to be very precise, like I would say one layer should be absolutely fine to do it. So let's cure it. And exactly the same look as a background we are going to create on our thumbnail. So it will be like white, blue, white, blue, white. So just paint the entire tip. And white is 173 and the blue, a spiky blue, which is 237, if I could remember. Yes, 237. Then on this finger, we are gonna go with this blue. And I want you to put it on a halfway, so like on the bottom half. And then on the top, we are gonna use a little bit lighter blue, which is wave after wave, 220. So this is a color you are going to use it on the top. And when I'm doing an ombre on the client's nails, I use two techniques depending on the type of the design. For this one, because it's quite simple and we are also covering it with different products, I'm just going to use the ombre brush. So I'm got the ombre brush in here, going to clean it. And then you just want to kind of blend the colors in a little bit. So you're going nice and fast. I'm not too fussy about like how they blend. It doesn't have to be a perfect blend because as I say, we are going to cover it with the blooming gel. So as long as you've got it like wiped 2 or 3 times and then cure it. Okay, the first 2 are ready for a top coat. So we are just going to grab our high shine no wipe top gel and top coat the entire design. Try to be quite precise with the top coat, as I always repeat it when we're working with the chromes, the surface needs to be like perfect. Like a mirror. If it's like a mirror, then you're gonna get a nice mirror results. If you've got fluff, bits and pieces, the things are not gonna look nice. The cure for a chrome is 60 seconds. So first of all, I kind of apply the top coat and then I'm smoothing it out. I also check it like in different angles to see how the light reflects on it. Okay, now is the time to decorate this one. And what you want to do is grab the blooming gel and apply like a very thin layer of it. So when you're working with the blooming gel, guys, very good tip for you is like I have removed the excess of it and you want to press it very hard at the edges. So like very hard press, and in the middle you can have it a little bit more. But always around the cuticle area and at the free edge, like apply it as thin as possible because you don't want to have those gel spreading too much to the side. And then straight away, just to save my time, because it's quite a nice salon-friendly design, I'm gonna do a couple of the white patches straight from the bottle. Just like this, and leave it for it to spread nicely. In the meantime, this tip is ready, and so does this one. So I can just grab Angel Chrome. So we've got different types of chromes. This one is Angel. bring it in. Do not rub it in yet. So just bring it in. First of all, you want to place it there, and then once you've got it, you can start rubbing it in. It will be, I choose this color as well because it gives us nice orangey blue, greeny-ish shades, so it is fantastic in combination with the blue. Absolutely pretty. The blooming gel has spread really nicely, so it's time to cure it. And then I can rub the chrome over this one too. Okay, bring it in. Once you've got it everywhere, I can swap the finger. So this one has lots of particles and it's not going to make it as mirror shiny. I like to go for a clean one. And just kind of polish it. The longer you polish it, the more those loose particles you are going to remove. And that gives you a much nicer result, guys. Fantastic. Now we are going to move into the next step. So we are going to grab some base gel. And I want to place like a really large size crystals in there. So I'm just picking up like a decent amount of the base gel. And I've got those two types of the crystals. So one type. No, I'm actually going to stick, and maybe those ones too. Yeah, I'm going to mix them both. So I like to separate them because it's easier for me to pick it, like much faster. And then I'm just searching what I want. And I think this is actually pretty interesting for the look which we have created. Definitely it is very interesting. And also I love that blue one too. We are going to leave it for the other finger. And of course the pearl. Okay, so the combination is we are going to go for a very large bling. And then very large pearl. On top of that, give me something like this, and maybe another one. And another blingy one. Perfect. That looks already nice. I'm just gonna freeze it. And then place some crystal combination in here. So again, base gel. When you're working with those crystals like which are very, very large, make sure you do have some sort of transition. So when the things, this is actually looking amazing as well. Look how the drop is making the chrome looks even better. So we are gonna use some drops probably as well on this one. So here I want that crystal. Let's place it maybe in the middle. I want that one. I want some pearl. Do not run away from me. And then, oh, I've got some recycle crystals, I call it. Let me just freeze this one. The recycled crystals are the actual real Swarovski crystals, which I store in this box. So like if I have my nails done and I use some real crystals, which have been so pricey, and some of them are really perfect condition, I might reuse them for the display tips. I wouldn't do it ever for a client, and I always get a brand new tips, but for the displays, if they still look pretty good, I would kind of reuse them, and that's what I'm gonna do it. So we are gonna grab this pearl, because it was a shame for me to bin it. Look how pretty it is. You cannot tell it was used actually. So I'm just gonna do it, couple of them, more base gel and some old brush, because now I'm gonna need a smaller amount. And this is just a perfect fit for it, like absolutely perfect fit. That's too large. Okay, and then some caviar beads and silver for a change. Look, like always you see me guys working with the gold. So for a change we are gonna go silver. And I think the large ones looks amazing against the pearls. That's a really decent crystal combination. And I love it because like the pearl is those sticking out crystals, and the pearls are really nicely faded in, like blended, you know, there is no way you could catch it. And this is fantastic. I like doing those kind of crystal combinations because they are very comfy to wear. So like if I would leave this one like this, it would be very catchy on heels, on tights, and it would really come off. By placing it like just the correct way, we can avoid it. And you can see it here. I've got transition again, so the things are gonna be nice and stay on long time. This one is maybe too big. That's perfect. Let's freeze it. Okay, time to start decorating this one. So again, I need to put the chrome over it because I want the things to go quite nice and similar. The blooming gel, you can see it creates some sort of texture. So sometimes if it's necessary, I would apply the top coat and I would gently buff it and reapply the top coat. So quite often when I'm using the blooming gel, I will do this step. For this set, not necessarily, because we are gonna go for this kind of texture look, so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. So it's really depending on the design, guys. Okay, the last final touches, so we need to blend it here, blend there, and blend here, because we've got this large sticking out pearl, and you don't want it to come off. That's beautiful. That's actually really good in here because it gives me another blend. And then something smaller. So we do have very tiny pearls in here. Oh, that's so pretty. One more. And couple caviar beads. I'm gonna freeze it just for a second and then fill up rest with the caviar beads because my chrome nail is ready. So pretty. You cannot go wrong with the chrome. I think that's the nicest thing. We can do it for the nails. And then a drop of the base gel, so we can build up another construction. Honestly, I love this blue one, like I think it's so pretty. Okay, just a touches of the caviar beads. Maybe go even size smaller. Okay, 100% happy with that. Don't want to overdo it so it doesn't look too much. There we are. That is just a perfect, nice treasure in there. Again, drop more of the base gel and a couple more crystals. So I want another pearl. This one just wanted to drop in here. Another one. And then blend this place. This one is sticking out, so I need to place something there. And then a couple smaller ones. Okay, happy with this one, so let's cure it. And move on into the next step. So I can close my chrome. Oh, that's a nice blink. To be honest, they look nice just like that. I could wear it on my nails. I think this is my favorite color, like to wear on my hands. Get rid of those gems. We don't need them anymore. And here, so first of all, you want to protect your chrome. I wanted to do the crystals first before I protected my chrome, because with the top coat, I am kind of going over the caviar beads. I would top coat the pearls and I would push my top coat into all those places, like making sure the things are gonna last nice and long time. And then top coat my design. Okay, on this one we are gonna go with some nice and pretty shells. So I've got the D-liner brush and a white gel. So pick up the scoop of the French gel. And then let's start painting those wee shells. Okay, I want one which is going that direction. I also grab some pink. We are gonna do a bit of color in there. The color I choose is 277. And I'm gonna swap it to the watercolor brush, will be just faster. So here I didn't top coat the design yet, okay, because I want to get those shells. So I've got one, and then here is a second one. As you can see it, I am not too fussy about the background yet, because we need to color it in So I'm just bringing in a tiny bit of pink here and there. And I quite like it with this pink. And you want to go kind of darker on the bottom. And then as you come up to the top, you're going lighter. Okay, happy with this one. So now I can cure it. This one is ready for the top coat as well. Apply it nicely everywhere. And cure it. Perfect. Now I can apply top coat over this one. And cure it as well. No, this one is ready. So now I'm just gonna grab the D-liner brush again, clean it off because I was using a white. So I'm just having a drop of the UV cleanser on my brush. Actually, someone was asking me how I'm cleaning the brushes. So I usually keep the product on my brushes, but then if I'm swapping the product, I would just pick up the tiny bit of that product and just wipe it on the clean wipe and reshape the brush. Okay, so here I want some sort of droplets. So I don't want like a shell design, I just want droplets. So when I'm picking up my top coat, look what I'm trying to do. It is I'm trying to have like a blob. And to be able to do the blob, you need to scoop it. So then you've got like a droplet in there. If you don't want a droplet, you need to drag your brush. So then you've got it nice and flat, okay? But we want the droplets. And what I'm gonna do is I will just apply fast those droplets in there. Give them a decent amount of the space in between and then freeze it so we can do another row. On this one, we are gonna do like an actual shell design. So this time I want to drag it. And freeze it after doing one side. Okay, you can see those droplets here. So now I want to do exactly the same in between. You have to be quite nice and fast. So we've got some sort of waves, like more like a water. Oh no. Clean that off. So I can use the UV cleanser to remove that drops. Okay, and we've got pretty delicate shell design in here. So I don't like those kind of chunky and heavy looks on those texture nails, like, which are quite popular. And I'm gonna actually show you as well how to do nice flowers, guys, which aren't too chunky. Not in this video, but in the next one. Okay, now is the time for a shell. So I can use the French gel on its own, and it doesn't have to be top coated. And what I'm doing now is just going, starting from the middle, have those wee blob, and just painting a shell design. Now you can also see it why my background wasn't really matter, because we're covering it. Even the shape of it, I'm so slightly changing it, so I'm going outside the shape I have painted. And same in here. So again, depending on the temperatures, you would do either couple lines only or all of them. Have to kind of watch it how your product is behaving. Okay, so we've got cute shells. Let's cook them. Then the middle finger is ready as well. So on this one, I don't have to remove any inhibition layer. The French gel has a touch of the inhibition layer, so I'm always tend to remove it. So grab the UV cleanser, and once it's cured, you can just wipe it off. I cannot do it now because mine is a little bit undercooked. But I just don't want to keep you waiting. And I want to show you the entire set. So nice and summery look, not over the top. A little bit of texture, not too heavy. And I hope, guys, you have really enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, let me know in the comments below as well what else you would like to see it on this channel. I'm sending you huge glittery hugs and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!